chairman of the United Russia Party, and all other dignitaries present in this important conclave. I would like to thank His Excellency Boris Gryzlov, Chairman of the Supreme Council of United Russia Party, for inviting me to speak on behalf of Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, as this digital conference on global challenges of the 21st century inter-party dimensions. India and Russia are steadfast and long-standing friends. Our partnership has been among the most stable in the international system in the period after World War II. The growing association between BJP, the world's largest political party, with almost 200 million primary members, and the United Russia Party adds luster to our friendship. It draws inspiration from the mutual respect that President Vladimir Putin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi share. On behalf of my party, I welcome the forthcoming visit of the President Putin to India. He arrives at an opportune moment. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the Treaty of Peace, Friendship, Cooperation between India and the then Soviet Union. The modern 21st century bilateral relationship can be traced back to 2000, when President Putin and our late and much loved Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee inaugurated the India-Russia Strategic Partnership. This began the tradition of annual summits between our leaders. President Putin's forthcoming meeting with Prime Minister Modi will continue this tradition. We have completed almost a quarter of the 21st century. These have been testing times for the global community, particularly over the past 2 years. Our response to the three principal challenges of the moment: the pandemic and the post-pandemic rebuilding, climate change, and the threat posed by radicalism and terrorism and its sanctuaries, will shape the trajectory of remainder of the 21st century in all three areas. What India and Russia can achieve together to meet common and global goals will determine peace and prosperity in our shared region as well as in the world system. Through the COVID-19 pandemic, India and Russia have sustained sustained cooperation. We have assisted each other with supply of medicines and other health material. In India, there is an appreciation for how Russia rushed support, particularly in the form of oxygen and other emergency material during our second wave earlier this year. Today, COVID-19 situation is much better in India. We have injected nearly 1.3 billion vaccines and covered almost our entire eligible population with at least one jab. As the largest and the socially responsible political party, BJP responded during the pandemic by committing itself to a special relief and rescue campaign related to COVID-19, which is termed as Seva Hi Sangathan, which essentially means organization is for serving the people. In view of the enormity of the crisis, all the party workers had been asked to serve the public. Entire party machinery was galvanized, was motivated, and has been diverted towards relief measures. We established 24/7 helpline to help people in distress. The party workers distributed food items, sanitizers, masks, oximeters, conducted blood donation camps, as well as items used in tackling the pandemic among the poor and the needy. They have also made people aware about the vaccination campaign. The party instructed BJP ruled states to run a special scheme for rehabilitation of children orphaned by the corona epidemic so that their future can be secured and safe. To give glimpse of BJP's relief work, the party workers delivered two organized to make people aware about vaccination drive. All these efforts by the government, the party and the civil society as large resulted in significant control of pandemic in India. Yet with new variants and with the continued risk of pandemic spread, we are keeping our guard. And in the global pandemic, nobody and no country is safe till every country and everybody is safe. India, Russia health cooperation in COVID-19 vaccination, manufacture, as well as health-related aspects has a big role to play. The COVID-19 pandemic has accentuated the need to centralize production and manufacture, especially critical goods. The world needs diversified and resilient supply of chains. In India, this has redoubled our Make in India initiative and our plans to expand manufacturing base of our economy. Here too, we look to cooperation with Russia. Russian investment and partnership in Indian manufacturing, especially in defense, healthcare, energy, technology, can be benefit to both of our societies. Enhanced trade with Russia and activation of Chennai, Vladivostok, maritime corridor is very much part of India's 21st century of economic strategy. The battle against climate change will require transition. This will require easier access to green energy sources, technologies, and financing. Our countries should discuss this much more. Russia is a trusted source of cleaner energy for India, and we want to take our partnership still further. Recent events in Afghanistan have been of mutual concern. The stability of Afghanistan and the hope that it does not once again become the sanctuary of terrorism and narcotics is shared as much as in New Delhi as in Moscow. As historical stakeholders in the region and as friends of the people of Afghanistan, this is an issue which we must together see to it. As I conclude, I would like to emphasize that as a political party, Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, has set an example to the world by galvanizing its members to help the needy during the COVID-19 pandemic. At the same time, I am aware that no such global crisis can be effectively managed without the active global cooperation. In this context, goodwill between people of India and Russia can play a very important role. Russia is much admired as independent global power with an autonomous strategic sense that goes back to centuries. We count you as a special country and a special friend. I am confident that deeper and more frequent party-to-party exchanges between BJP and the United Russia Party will contribute even more to this understanding. Thank you very much for giving me a patient hearing.
Thank you very much indeed, dear Chairman. And